So we're continuing with this thread of the knock-on effect of the school closures, especially on the 2021 summer exams. So that's for the current year 10s and current year 12s. And you may remember that I made a video a short while ago about how exams and assessments may change forever after this summer. And then more recently, I made a video about how I'm starting to think that cancelling the 2021 exams altogether might be a really good idea and might be the more logical choice. But now a new discussion seems to be in the works. And there's been talk from Gavin Williamson, that's the education minister, about discussions being held on whether exams could be pushed back from where they normally are. So that's pushing them back from where they normally are around May to June or July, pushing them to a later point in the year. Now, initially, this sounds like a good idea because remember, students have lost months of learning and they'll continue to do so as this pandemic continues. Even with the summer tutor programme that the government have put £1 billion into, it's still a mess. It won't completely solve the problem. So any additional time that students get will be useful. There's no denying that. However, this could still be a logistical nightmare. If we push the exams right back, giving us even a month or two extra time, then how will there be enough time to mark the exams, standardise them, and then distribute the grades properly? And then this prompts more questions like, will the day for results being issued, will that be delayed? When will the results day be moved to? September, October? Surely that can't happen because that wouldn't give enough time for students and for schools to get ready for the new school year. In some cases, that will be after the school year begins. So then this makes you wonder, if it were to happen, if this delay was to happen, would college students and year 12 students and first year university students, would they have to start their year later in autumn 2021? Would they have to do that to make up for the time displacement due to the exams being delayed and the results therefore being delayed? If that's the case, then we're in exactly the same situation that we're in now, where learning time is lost because everything's being shifted out of place. The schedule's not where it should be. What's your initial thoughts on this? Do you think that delaying the exams is a good idea? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm really interested in hearing what you have to say about it. Personally, I think that combined with the summer tutoring programme, this could all potentially work and be fairly successful. But for that to happen, the exam results cannot come out later than August. Because if there's a knock-on effect, then in my opinion, that will cause more problems than it will solve. We'll end up with much more issues than we initially have. You see, what I want as a teacher is for students to have as little long-term disruption to our learning as possible and to their education as a whole as possible. In my opinion, any choices that have a knock-on effect that goes beyond summer 2021 and doesn't include a reform to the entire system is pointless and unnecessary. All it will do is just disrupting and destroying people's plans for no reason. I've said it before and I've said it again. The purpose of a school and of education is to learn, not to get students to take examinations, not to get them to tick boxes and get certificates, but it's for them to learn and to grow. There needs to be less focus on exams and more focus on the student as a whole, on what we can do for them so that they can grow up to be good, productive adults. Isn't that what you want to be? So it's almost like we've forgotten what schools are for, and it's starting to aggravate me, to put simply. Either way, once again, we're left to sit back and watch and wait to see what happens, see what the powers that be choose to do. So all I can do is just keep an eye on the news. I know quite a few of you have mentioned stuff to me that, although I've seen the headlines for, I haven't looked into, so I'll try and look into them. Even though I may not make entire videos about it, I might put the answers to those questions that you've asked into later videos, because it all tends to tie in together. Alright, but thank you for listening once again. If you haven't already, please subscribe so that you don't miss out on more great videos like this one, and be sure to check out some of our other videos which talk on this topic and others as well. So once again, that's all for now. Thanks for listening. Until next time.